What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today, I will be going over Jordan Reed's top 25 prospects. It does show top 50, but if you like this video, I will be making a part two on the other 25 after this. So, yeah, let's just get straight into it. Okay, at number one, he has Travis Hunter as the number one prospect. So I do not agree with this. I think Abdul is the best prospect in the draft. Travis Hunter can play two positions, but he only excels at one. I think it'd be better for him if he was just a cornerback, because he's an okay wide receiver, but he's nothing special as a wide receiver. As a cornerback, though, I think in a few years he'll be the number one cornerback in the NFL. So I think Abdul would be number one. I disagree with that. Okay, speaking of Abdul he has Abdul at number two for prospects. Abdul is an amazing defensive lineman. He's definitely the best defensive lineman in this draft. He excels at escaping he excels at escaping offensive lineman's grip, and I think he could be an amazing defensive lineman. I think he'll have an incredible career and be known as one of the best defensive linemen in history. Okay, defensive lineman to another defensive lineman. We have the defensive tackle Mason Graham out of Michigan. This is a big guy, 296, 6'4". He's an amazing athlete. And with his weight and agility, with his size and agility, he could really be a star in the NFL. So I think that's fair for the third prospect. I see a lot of Michigan defensive players out here. Okay, Ashton Jeanty at number four. I think Ashton Jeanty will be a bust. If you watched my last video, you would know that. That's my opinion. A lot of people think that he's going to be a star, but I think he'll be a bust. So I don't think he's fourth prospect because I do not think he'll be as good as the hype. All right, moving on to Will Johnson, cornerback out of Michigan. This is a stellar cornerback. He kind of reminds me of prime Darius Slay Jr., Sauce Gardner. He reminds me of one of them. He really reminds me of Darius Slay Jr. Who he will go to, I think he'll become a Jacksonville Jaguar. He is extremely skinny, but that's okay because he's a cornerback. I think he's really good at sticking to his man on coverage. He is a very impressive prospect, and I think this is fair. Okay, where is... I know Shador is not going to be up here because... Okay, whoa, all right. This is something I disagree with. Putting Armand Membu over Will Campbell to me is a crime. All the mock drafts say he's a better offensive lineman, but I think Will Campbell is leagues above him. Well, not leagues, it's quite close, but I think he's the second best offensive lineman instead of the first. Okay, moving on. Jalen Walker, edge out of Georgia. I could definitely make a case for this. Jalen Walker is an amazing edge. He played for Georgia. Um, there's really nothing else to say about him. Just watch him. 3 sacks against Texas is insane. The Longhorns offensive line is really, really tough to beat, and he is just an incredible athlete. Moving on, they have Will Campbell at number 8. So you already heard me say this, but I think he's a better offensive lineman than Membu. He's 6'6", 319. He's amazing freaking offensive lineman. He can block stunningly. I think whoever gets him will have luck. He's a stunning blocker. Okay, moving on to Cam Ward. Cam Ward could definitely be a bust, but I don't think he will. I think he'll be a good QB. Honestly, I disagree with that. I think both of the QBs will be a freaking um bust. But Cam Ward at number 9 is probably good. I mean, he threw for 4,000 passing yards, but sometimes he can play too much of hero ball, and his nonchalance freaking play style might get him in trouble in the NFL. Because the NFL and college are extremely different. Moving on to Tyler Warrant out of Penn State. This is by far the best tight end in the draft. Colston Loveland is good, but he's not close to being better than him. This guy is an amazing, amazing, amazing freaking tight end out of Penn State. He reminds me of George Kittle a little bit, but just bigger. Sits. He's an oversized George Kittle, which is amazing. Wait a minute, where's that one DT out of Michigan? Have they shown him yet? Oh, nah, this is a crime. Oh, there he is, Mason Graham. Sorry, I forgot about him. I thought they didn't see him yet. Okay, moving on to Walter Nolan. I don't think he will live up to all the hype. He's a good D lineman, but he's going to be decent in the NFL. He won't live up to all the crazy hype. There's a lot of good Ole Miss players in this draft, but he's a kind of hype train in my opinion. Ole Miss has really taken over this draft. Ole Miss and Michigan. That was our first Ole Miss player, which surprises me. Anyways, Josh Simmons, offensive tackle out of Ohio State. This is an amazing offensive tackle. Probably the third best offensive lineman. He is an amazing lineman. Yeah. Well, there's not really that much to say. He's just incredible. He's a freak athlete. Yeah. Just watch tape. He's amazing. Okay. We're moving on to Malachi Stark, safety out of Georgia. This is the best safety in the draft by far. Georgia has some defensive killers in this draft. Malachi Stark is the best safety by far, in my opinion. We're moving on to Jahan Campbell. That's probably the best linebacker. He reminds me of like a prime Bobby Wagner or a current like CJ Gardner Johnson or Demario Davis. He shows similarities to and some amazing linebackers in the NFL, current and past. I think he will be extremely successful. I think McMillan deserves to be way higher than 15. Like not too high, but higher. Maybe. So best wide receiver in the draft by far. I think he's an amazing freaking wide receiver. He's a big body wide receiver. He's a great wide receiver. He can make some spectacular plays with his catching ability. Okay, that's it. Move on to Michael Williams. Edge out of Georgia. I told you Georgia has some defensive freaking masterminds in here. Okay. He is an amazing edge. He might be the best edge. No. No, Abdul is an edge. Sorry, I forgot about him. He's definitely a top 3 edge in the draft. He's an amazing prospect. Georgia has a lot of good defensive players in here. I know the Georgia Glaze is crazy on the defensive side, but I don't know. They got a bunch of good players on the defensive side. You might notice all my long form videos have been on the draft. I'm telling you, that's not the only thing I work on. That's definitely not the only thing I worked on. It's just draft season. So, yeah. Have you guys seen the crazy free agency moves this season? Free agency has been crazy. It's definitely more underwhelming than the years before, but still crazy. Kelvin Bates Jr. I mean, yeah, not that much to say. I think he'll probably be a Dolphin. Definitely a Dolphin, lineman. Wait a minute. The second best lineman in this draft. You heard it from me first. Membu, he's third. But Membu hate is kind of crazy, but my top 2 are Will Campbell. My top 3 are Will Campbell, Kelvin Bates, and Membu. Shador Sanders at number 19. Yeah, I don't think he'll be that successful, but yeah. He is he may try to play too much hero ball and take too much into consider and take too much dang, I had it right there. Try and give himself too much action. All right, moving on to Tyler Booker at guard. This is a perfect spot for him, near the 15 to 20 range. Near the 17 to 20 range. It's just perfect for Tyler Booker. He's an amazing offensive lineman. Yeah, Alabama. Jalen Milroe really fell off. I think speaking of Alabama, he was supposed to be picked at really high draft a long time ago, but now he sucks, kind of. All right, moving on to Mario Hampton, running back out of North Carolina. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have no idea who this guy is. Not gonna lie, I have no idea who this guy is. Okay, so we're just get back. I'm moving on to Colston Loveland, second best tight end. He's an amazing tight end. I think he has a chance to be better than Tyler Warren. Colston Loveland has some amazing plays. His college football overall, I'm just kidding. But yeah, he's a star tight end out of Michigan. Michigan has some really good players in this draft. I don't know how they didn't go higher. How did they didn't make the playoffs? Look, there's another Michigan guy coming up. Not right now, but Jahad Barron, cornerback out of Texas. Third best cornerback in the NFL. I mean, not in the NFL. In this draft class. Please forgive me for my mistake. 5'11", he's kind of short, but that's okay. He's still a star. His height might challenge him, but it's okay. He still knows how to get those interceptions, knock down coverage. He's a tackle machine. He's an amazing cornerback. We're moving on to Kenneth Grant. Once again, you guessed it, Michigan DT Kenneth Grant out of Michigan. I really like this guy. I think he'll go to the Philadelphia Eagles or fall to early first round picks. I'm a huge fan of Kenneth Grant. Matthew Golden, for a long time, I thought he was the best wide receiver in the draft, but then I started really researching McMillan. Okay. The Oregon Ducks. If you guys didn't know, I'm a Ducks fan. Derek Harmon, DT out of Oregon. He's an amazing DT. If you think about it, the defensive side of the ball is really stacked this draft, especially the DT position in general. He's an amazing defensive tackle. I think he'll be a star in the NFL. Mecca Egbuka. Guaranteed star. Guaranteed star. You heard it from me first. Guaranteed star. I just don't see a world where this guy is a bust. This guy is the best freshman, and he's not a freshman, my bad. But this is probably the most, I don't even know what to say. He's a very NFL ready prospect. I love this guy so much. He's an amazing. Well, I don't like him because he, but he's an amazing prospect. He has insane skill. Oh, oh no. Guys, I was supposed to go to 25 and I've done 27. It's okay because there's 50 of these things. I will end the video right there. I hope you guys enjoyed. I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. These are, according to ESPN, I forgot the guy's name, like Jordan Reed. These are his top 27 so far. Stay tuned for part 2 so we can do the rest. All right, bye.